Hey everyone, IB results are out in 10 minutes.
How it feels to chew 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Okay.
Just want to remind you to subscribe right now. My content is getting crispy and I need subscribers.
Nah, but for real, I think only like 15 people actually watch my content constantly. So, to subscribe, I'm Daniel. Yes, I'm an IB alumni now. After all this quarantine mess that just happened over these last 6 months. You're probably an IB student. Likely, I don't know why you clicked on this video if you are not an IB student, or maybe you want to learn about IB. I don't know. Basically, it's a 2-year high school course. They market their programs for children through age 3 and over, but to be honest, the only actual years that the universities care about are the last 2 years, the diploma program. It's pretty much you study for 2 years with your classes and everything. You have coursework and exams. At the end of the 2 years, well, I mean, not that I ever got to take exams. Thank you, COVID. This would be a good time to mention, actually, that I just made a 2-month animation and I uploaded it a few days ago. It's an animation on feeling lonely during these COVID quarantine times. So if that sounds interesting, you should definitely check that out, like over there. Yeah, somewhere there. Click over here. You should check the video out. I worked really hard on it, you know? Like it took me a lot of effort to get it done. Yeah, anyway. There are 6 classes. You take 3 at standard level and 3 at higher level. Higher level courses are usually harder. They go into like a lot more depth into the topics than standard level does. But a misconception that a lot of people have is that standard level classes are easy. Total lie. If you don't put work into your SOs, they're gonna sink you, with the exception of some. It's graded on a scale 1 to 7. So my standard levels were English literature, psychology, and math. And my higher levels were biology, chemistry, and Spanish B. So if you got 7 in all your classes, If you got 7 in all your classes, then you should achieve a 42 points. That's pretty high. This thing is out of 45 points. So those last 3 points actually come from 2 pieces of work. So one is the extended essay, which is a 4,000 nightmare that most people hate. I liked writing mine, but it was very painful to write it. The other half of those points go to a class called Theory of Knowledge, TOK, which is also known as Contemporary Philosophy 1.
TOK for kindergarten kids. This is the moon. Or is it?
Yeah, it can be a complicated class. People don't really understand it that much, but that's okay. It's also important to mention that in each class you have like an internal coursework. So this could be oral recordings, art portfolios, essays that are marked by the teacher and then moderated by the IB. They're usually worth something like 20%, although because the other 80% is gone, it changes things up. Yes, the IB decided to cancel their exams, leaving around like 150,000 students in the dark. Then they have the balls to give a lengthy ass page in which they basically state nothing, because they're like, we're gonna use this nice algorithm and we're gonna use all these data sets and everything, but to be honest, it doesn't really explain how they're doing it, so it's pretty useless to the IB, in my opinion. I don't know. So this is a different year. I can guarantee that almost every IB student doesn't know what grade they're gonna get. It's been a pretty chaotic evening. The subreddit for the IB exploded with chaos. You have all these people saying, oh, I got marked from a 39 to a 22, and these people saying, oh, my grade improved, I had a 33 and I went up to a 44. Like 10-point difference. This is actually really scary. Like, as painful as it was to take exams, at least you kind of have an idea if you aced it or not. So no, I'm not happy the way that the IB handled the situation, if we can say it like that. But I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just students. It's not like we can voice complaints or everything. However, regardless of the score that you get, whether that's a pass or unfortunately a fail, I do want to say that I, as an IB student, relate to all of you here, and you should be proud that you finished this course. And you finish the IB, you can move on to a more exciting part of your life and forget about it forever. what everybody actually wants to care about, and that's predictions. I got predicted at the end a 42. That's good, including the points for TOK and EE. English literature, it was a pretty fun class. Even though it's an SL, it's still a class that you have to put a lot of work into. I'm not bad at English, but it's just simply I'm not that excellent at it either, so I ended up getting a 6. My teacher was very strict marking me, but I feel like it should be fine. Spanish, Español, B. So I got predicted a 7. I don't think that should come to the surprise of anyone. Hablo español naturalmente. When I moved from my previous school, I was actually taking German B. So when I switched over here at Manila and they didn't have German, I had a lot of stuff on my plate, so they just said, okay, you're now taking Spanish, but at a higher level. And I was like, okay, I can deal with that. I could feel resentment from some classmates because I was native, so I tried to make up for it by helping everyone whenever I could. I can't actually not get a 7. My family will disown me if I get a 6. I should not get a 6. Math is a complicated story for me because I originally was a math higher level student. If you are an IB student at the moment, you would probably understand that Math HL is one of the hardest classes on the course. When I was in Egypt, I actually did fine in Math HL. I was getting 5s and 6s, which is okay by me because I'm not aiming for a 7. I know I can't get 7s in math. And then I moved to my new school, and I remember I was like, it's fine. They went through some trigonometry already, vectors, it's fine. I will be able to catch up. I didn't really catch up. It was a lot of a mess. I was doing so bad that I had to switch to SL because if not, it would just bring down my overall grade. And I also had the benefit that I was a 4 HL student. Yeah, I was one of those, and I'm fine with it. Math SL, it's not really that complicated. There were a few questions during the course where I didn't really understand the concept, but other than that, it's a pretty simple class. I ended up achieving a 6 in my predicted. Is it still recording? Chemistry. Chemistry is probably my worst class overall. I don't know, I do love chemistry. I do love the theory behind it. I mean, I still achieved a 6 in my predicted, but there was a point where I really dipped. Obviously, my transfer didn't help because I was very lost on everything. My chemistry teachers did their best, but there were times where I just simply had to rely on other sources to understand because it was just a very complicated class, at least for me, for my little brain. Psychology, in my opinion, is a really mess of a class. Most of the other courses of the IB have this curriculum which is shared by everyone. They don't go necessarily in the same order, but eventually everyone taking that exam will have known the same content. But in psychology, it's not like that because most of the questions it all depends on the teachers. The teachers can decide theories that you're going to look at, the studies, the approaches that you're going to use to writing. Because it's essay-based, each teacher has their own way and structure of making these essays, so it gets very, very complicated when you don't understand something in class and you can't rely on outside resources like in my other 5 classes because all the content is different and my teacher says it's wrong. I mean, it's a very interesting class. It gives a lot of explanations for what we do. I just was all over the place in psychology. I never felt safe. I just kind of staggered, if that makes sense. Biology by far is my favorite class, which makes sense because I want to study medicine. I never had a problem with it. I really love the course. Yes, there's a lot of content that you need to memorize for the class, but it was such an interesting course for me that I actually ended up using a lot of my free time just to research more into the topics. I'm a bio geek. I love bio. So for TOK, I never really struggled with it. At the first couple of lessons, you're like, what the hell is going on? You don't understand anything. And you just pay a little extra attention in class and it's fine. I nailed my presentation and I did pretty well in my essay as well. So she said it's an A. If they're good markers, it should be an A, I'm assuming. And for my EE was a total disaster. Well, no, that's not right. It wasn't a total disaster. I actually worked pretty well on it. It's just the pacing. Big mistake. Don't do science EEs unless you think you can really nail them. I could have just chosen Spanish. It was so much easier to choose Spanish and I didn't. So stupid. I pretty much delayed my research on everything. I had to cram the research and the experimentation and the analysis of results all in the same month. That was very stressful, so that's why I would recommend not cramming your EE. In my opinion, that EE was an A, but she ended up giving it a B. My supervisor just said but I don't know. No one freaking knows anything. I'm expecting the site to crash, so I'm actually very scared. Oh wait, I don't have Wi-Fi, just give me 1 second. Okay, it should be fine now. I'm so nervous. In order to not get spoiled of what my results are, can you see it there? No, you can't. Okay. I have this photograph, this very sexy photograph of me that they took during the year. And I'm gonna use that to cover up the computer on the side of the scores. Okay, yeah, I expected this. It's not logging in. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay, it's up. Oh wait. Okay, so the results are provisional as of July 6th. I don't know what that means. Congratulations on completing your examination. Please click on the alumni tab. No, I just want to see my scores. Okay, English literature. I got a 5 for English. No, I work hard to get a 6. No. Spanish B. 7. Ok, ya. Si no sacaron 7 en español, estaría encabronado. Psychology SL. I got a 6. Oh, come on. Okay. No, I thought it was a 7 because of Spanish, but I actually got a 6. So that's 1 point off. Biology EE. I got a B. So my teacher was right. Thanks, Miss. Thank you for making me not write a piece of garbage. That was. I'm actually fine with that. Biology HO. Yeah! I got a 7 in bio. Chemistry. See, this is very important because if I don't get a 6 in chemistry, I'm not going to my top choice. I got a 6 in chemistry! Wait, so what am I missing? English, Spanish, psychology, bio, chemistry. I'm missing math. Okay, math? 6! Okay, I mean, I'm gonna just read the TOK one and then I can move on with my life. I got a B? Wait, so how much did I get? I got a 39! I mean, that's like 3 points off my predicted, but I don't care. I got into med school. I can go to Spain and have fun with Yes. Oh, that's much better. I was actually kind of expecting like 36. Okay, let me get my thoughts. I'm very proud of myself. You should be proud of yourself too, because we did the IB, we made it. So it kind of sucks that we didn't take exams. A lot of people I know got robbed because they were relying on those and they're not really that good at writing reports and doing orals and stuff. Overall, I just want to say you should be very proud of yourself. As a collective M20 grade, we did it. We don't have to worry about this thing ever again and we can just move on. And nobody was there for us. If you got the score you wanted, celebrate. If you didn't get the score you wanted, also celebrate. It's a milestone to even finish this thing in the first place. Yeah, the IB was stressful and painful and horrible and devastating. When you're older and you're like 30, assuming that we're still alive when we're 30, if the planet hasn't killed us already, IB is going to be a unique experience, but it's not going to be an experience that you're going to deal with ever again. And that's great. So if you like that, please subscribe to my channel. I need to work on my marketing. And like the video, I'd also appreciate if you could do that. Tap the bell to get notified whenever I release a new video. I'm gonna be releasing more content these months because there's simply so much time that we're not using and I might as well post stuff. I don't know. It's just spicy content in here. So subscribe. I'm Daniel, this is my channel Ziknes, and I'll see you next time.